Hello everybody, welcome back to another Space Marine 2 video. In this video I just wanted to go into what my opinion is the best class for the assault. We've got the heavy pistol and the thunder hammer. So let's just go into the perk tree first. I'll go into those in a second. So here are the perks. So if you don't want to go into the details, you just want to slap this loadout on, feel free. Just take a mental image of that and just put it on your class. I highly recommend it. Seems to be one of the stronger classes in lethal mode, especially with it's got a perk where you can basically just get your shields back every time you do oh my god, it's a gun strike. My god, yeah. So first perk, let's look at the 3 core perks. So armor reinforcement, non-finished gun strikes also restore armor. So this is the one I was just talking about. So every time you do a gun strike, which is pretty often in lethal mode because you're probably doing a lot of parrying, a lot of dodging, even some, like if you do like a slam down and there's a tiny little tyrannid squirming on the floor, you can just do a gun strike on those guys. Stuff like that is really going to help you get your armor up. Sadly, this is the only class that has this, but it's simply because he's literally the guy that gets in there deep within the enemy lines and just smashes them with a massive hammer. So let's look at the next one. So auxiliary arsenal, secondary weapon damage increases by 15%. That's a big deal because your pistol is pretty weak. And obviously there's other perks on that pistol that can improve it even more. So again, get that perk so then you can get better damage with your heavy bolter. Heavy bolt pistol, not heavy bolter, that'd be crazy. So, perseverance. While performing charge attacks, you do not lose control upon taking hits and you cannot be knocked back. So whenever you're charging up like a hammer strike, it doesn't knock you back, you just keep going, you just smash your way through the damage, and it's incredible. Certainly do recommend this perk. Awesome. So the team perk is this one, proven efficiency. So all squad members deal 50% more gun fire damage. Oh, it's gun strike, not fire. I can't read apparently. So gun strike damage, that's 50% more. That is I think it's a pretty big deal, to be fair. 50% is big increase. I don't know the exact numbers of the gun strike damage. I think it's just a standard shot, maybe a little bit more, I'm not quite sure, but honestly this is a big deal, and I truly think that this is the best option you can have. So the gear, this is an interesting little loadout I've got here. So Hammer of Wrath, after a ground pound, you do not lose control upon taking heavy hits, and you cannot be knocked back for 10 seconds. So that's a pretty strong buff in case you're going for the ground pound and there's a sniper tyrannid or a Thousand Suns doing a shot at you, and the ones that can stun lock you. It's pretty crazy. That's a pretty good perk. I'd highly recommend. I did try this one. It's okay, it's just don't get the bonus of not being able to be knocked back. See, that does more damage, but you've got to get right in there, and the radius is tiny, so that's not brilliant. So this is probably the best option you can probably go for. So Zealous Blow is a ground pound kill restores jump pack. Okay, so you do multiple ground pounds, you could probably get your jump pack up really fast. There's no cooldown on this, so if you just do continuous ground pounds, that would, well, it seems like it's going to do a lot of damage. And obviously you can get your jetpack back up and just jump back in the air, smash on down, do another couple of ground pounds, jump back up. It really speeds up your maneuverability. And the last one, Diligence. A full prepared ground pound deals 20% more damage, but preparation time increases by 25%. It takes longer to charge up, but it's a lot stronger, which is what you need when it comes to these massive hordes of Tyranids, or even Azangors. You need that in there, to be fair, so highly recommend that. Obviously that comes in with this, so you cannot be knocked back whilst charging this up. So I mean, yeah, you'll take damage, but you'll still be able to charge it up and you won't get hit back, basically, which is a pretty strong perk. So the signature move, so Ascension, the jump pack leap deals damage to enemies in the takeoff area, which seems to be one of the best ones if you're going for like a damage build. But if you want a perfectly timed dodge, using a jump pack restores jump pack ability charge. However, that's very unique perk. You've got to be good with doing jump pack dodges. I'm certainly not good at that, so I'll keep to the damage. But yeah, so that's that. Go on over to the heavy bolt pistol. Go to perks. Here we go. So I've pretty much gone all the way to here, then gone up and gone back across. So the first perk, Great Might, damage increased to terminus enemies by 10%. Okay, that's pretty strong. Death Strike. After killing a Majoris level or higher enemy with a melee weapon, you deal 25% more damage for 5 seconds. Now that's a pretty strong one, because literally you're a melee based boss, which is obviously needed for this perk, to be fair. So it feels like a sniper with this perk, it really wouldn't work out, so I'm glad that it's just this. Close combat, so this is the next one. Enemies at a distance of no more than 15 meters take 10% damage. So basically, if you're in their face, they take more damage, which is again another perk for the for those who got it really like getting in there and throwing their fists around. It's you know, this whole build I think is better for the close range build of the assault. Well, the only build you'd really go for an assault is a close range build. And then there's Adamantine Grip, which is recoil is reduced by 25%. That's a pretty good one. There's a lot of recoil in this heavy pistol. I've completely forgot to show you the version of the pistol I'm using. Well, it's a Aphelion Liberation Alpha, so you can probably read that. It's a relic version. But yeah, that's a pretty strong pistol. It's got the most ammo. Really tempted to use one that does a bit more firepower, but gotta make your choices. Magazine size increased by 15%. Extended mag, and then we go up here to Headhunter. So there's 2 perks here, which are Headhunters. That's a 20% headshot damage boost, which is it's a very strong boost indeed. That's 20% of literally, that could change absolutely everything. If you went on the bottom row and you just got another extended mag and a rapid health thing, that wouldn't have really done anything at all. But I do think going for this headshot build, when you get to the Artificer section of the bolt gun, certainly is something you should probably go for. So let's go across to the relic now, the last 2 perks, because you run out of points, because they expect you to go bang or bang. So yeah, so you run out of perk points in, well, you can't really, not really anything crazy, isn't that? So not really losing out on anything. So let's Adamant Hunter. When your health is below 30%, headshots deal 25% more damage. So if your health is absolutely just, if your character's on his deathbed, honestly, you deal more headshot damage, which is crazy. But on lethal, you are pretty much fighting for your life all the time. So this is probably something that could really help out in the long run. And then finally, Horned Precision. Equipped weapons maximum spread decreases by 25% when firing without aiming. So if you're just jogging and you're just hip firing this pistol, it's certainly going to hit more than it used to, simply because of this perk. So obviously I'm using, like I said, the Aphelion Liberation. This one is the Aphelion Liberation Beta. See, if you want a more higher damage output, this is the one I'd go for, but you get a lot less ammo. You lose, so if you look here, you get 60 less in your reserve, and you get 6 less in your magazine capacity, all just for one extra bit of damage, really. I don't know how that registers in the long run, but, you know, it gets better. Anyway, so, the Relic, the Aphelion Liberation Thunderhammer, so the beta version, which is the fencing version, pretty strong. So the perks I've gone for, I can get 1 more perk point if I max this out, so I'm probably going to go for either, I think I'll go for that one, the Majority Slayer. Ignored these two because, well, I'm not really focused on slaying a certain type of enemy. So anyway, go to the starting perk. Perpetual Strength, basically increased damage for 5%. Mastercrafted. Fast Preparation. Aftershock preparation time is reduced by 30%. Now that is awesome. I think that's the charge up where you swing the hammer and smash it down. That's a pretty strong move. Highly recommend that. And then Perpetual Strength again. Yeah, it's the same perk. 5% again. Shattering Impact. Ground Slam area of effect radius increased by 50%. Now that is pretty crazy, because you can go into a massive horde of enemies and, well, initially when you first use this hammer it won't kill as many, but if you get into the Mastercrafted and you grind out this perk, I highly recommend that you get this one. I don't recommend doing the top line, because look, that one's the full armor with melee damage, and that's yeah, so highly recommend this bottom row this time. But yeah, let's go on to the Artificer perks. So Seismic Chain. After performing a ground slam, hold the attack button and again additional ground slam. So you slam on down once and you just hold it down again and he just swings it again, and it's honestly brutal, because it feels like the first slam just clears the enemies all around you and they all swarm back onto you, and you just slam on down again and they're just all gone. It's certainly very effective against hordes of Tyranids. Not too sure about like a Rubric Marine. I mean, it stuns them the initial hit, but the second hit doesn't exactly put them in the executable state. It just does a lot of damage. So the next 3 perks got Armored Strength. When you're full armor, your melee damage is increased by 10%. Now I just took that as a perk to say, you know, if I am at full health, I can just, well, oh no, it's not full health, sorry, full armor. I can just, you know, take full advantage of that, as well as I'm consistently getting my armor back from like gunshots and parrying all the little guys. So that's I mean, it's making this perk very effective, really, when it comes to the well, the full armor aspect, because a lot of people think these perks are pretty useless when it comes to that, because you're always taking damage, you're always losing your shield, and, well, honestly, I think might be a good idea to use it just this instance. So the next one is Perpetual Strength again, yeah, so it's the same one as the start, another 5% damage increase there. Kill streak. After killing 10 enemies in rapid succession with a light combo, you do not lose control upon taking heavy hits and cannot be knocked down, or cannot be knocked back. Okay, so that's even better, for 5 seconds. So you're literally just you just can't be stunned, basically. You can just keep swinging and swinging and swinging until you can't swing anymore. So let's get into the relic perks. Like I said, I haven't completely leveled up my Thunderhammer yet. I understand that would probably help, but, you know, I just wanted to get this video out there, and a lot of people want to know the best loadouts for the classes in this new lethal difficulty. So, Relic. Aftershock improved. 10% increase. 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 10% increase so it gains an additional spin, which is interesting. I've never really noticed that. I'm certainly excited to, I think I've tried to do that. I'm not sure where you're supposed to see it, but that's a pretty solid addition to the very strong heavy attack that you get. So again, another spin for the charge up attack. Minoris Slayer, melee damage against Minoris level enemies increases by 20%. So if a horde's around you, they've got no chance. You're really just gonna smash them out of the park. I can't stop saying smash, because literally it's a hammer, and I can't think of anything else other than smashing your enemies with it. So yeah, again, solid perk. And Dead End. Pommel Smash deals 50% more damage. So I'm not sure what the Pommel Smash is. I'm guessing that's when you jump off a ledge and he like slams it down, like a superhero landing type thing. Not sure, but yeah, that is about it for this loadout. So I'm here rocking the pre-heresy Dark Angels, pretty badass. But yeah, if you like this video, please do let me know what you think I could do to improve. If I'm going too fast, talking too fast, or trying to have, if you want different like loadouts, or if I want a salamander build, or like a Raven Guard build, Imperial Fist build, for example, I'd go out of my way to try that. Certainly open to those kind of ideas. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed, and if you did, please do subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.